know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play it.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Try the right side here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. The shotgun. Here's White. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if
and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 3rd and long. White. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Ready? 10 logo.
Check 55, Mike.
Man out, man out, man out, man out. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 37, check 37. Kill, kill, kill.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Sheds another. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones, operating from the gun. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
You don't want it.
Ready, ready.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
You got three down, 3 down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st down, Cowboys.
Check, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Check 99, check 99.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4. White, this to Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, it's White. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
80 weapon. Hey, exit.
From the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 2nd and 9, White eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go, D. Slam.
White now, throwing on 3rd and long. Looking for White on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. I got you. Check who draw quarters. 10, under 10, 10. Check the backer.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch left. Hey, echo. Even. 4th down, even. Hey, check right. Watch this.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check right, check right.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On 2nd down now, Pollard, and they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there. 78 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, White. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? 56 is the mic. Hey, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Off play action, here's White. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I'm here all day. Run. He's tight on you. Tight on the right. Alert. 3 there. Watch one. Hey. 41 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
White. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Oh, good footwork on the spin. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check back.
Now White from the gun on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
41 Mike, right here. 41.
On the draw, it's Pollard. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You don't want ready?
On 2nd and 7, Jones. It's caught. Smith. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Ready? 8,
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Christian, Travis.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch twist, watch twist. Switch.
5.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I got him. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Bang. Lee Griffin.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On the ready.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike, 55.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Mike 41, I'm going to wedge that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Mike.
From the gun, White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah. Joker. Kill. Get it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Mike 51.
Watch the run. Watch the run. That's shot, baby. That's baby.
Leo.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Coming to you.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Shoot.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. He's scared. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Zoo.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the double. 6. Mike's 56. 61. That's right.
And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Kill, kill, kill.
Here's Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
To throw is White. To throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.